All right, guys, so in this video, we're going to be talking about Vincent Fischer. He has like a six-figure fitness program, and we're going to kind of dive in and investigate everything regarding him. But one of the other reasons why I think you're here is because you're probably looking for ways to make money online, and I definitely don't blame you, especially in this economy. So real quick, before we dive into Vincent, I just want to show you what I do real quick. So basically, like 5 or 6 years ago, I got into this thing called local lead generation, and basically what I did was I built a website, did some basic SEO to it, and over the course of 6 to 8 weeks, I ranked #1 in Google for my main keyword, and I've been sitting here ever since. Now, this #1 spot is actually super important because it's these first 1, 2, or 3 spots that actually get most of the traffic in the area. And so when people see this, they'll click on it, take them over to my website, which looks pretty basic. It has the information they need about the services they may need done. And then they click this phone number, and it gets sent over to a contractor who actually fulfills the work and gives me a little sliver to deliver. Now, I won't spend too much time talking about it. If you want to know more about it, go ahead. I'll put this link for you down in the description below, but it answers any question you could possibly have. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive back into Vincent here. So he has this fitness company. Now, his whole thing is he had like a 1-year transformation, and I think I saw somewhere else it may have been like 1 year, 8 months, but like the whole, year transformation or whatever, to go from like skinny and broke to fit and rich, I guess is the pitch, right? And so clearly he's flaunting the girl, flaunting the physique, the cars, Lambos, all that stuff. But specifically he posts controversial content that I think he knows because he's about our age, right? And I think he knows that it's all BS what he's saying, but it's kind of like a rage bait sort of play here for marketing, and it's because it's like content like
nobody's gonna spend 10,000 with you if you don't look like you can drop 10,000. Nobody's gonna spend 2,000 with you if you don't look like you could drop 2,000. But you gotta look like money to make money. So it's like the more you put in work for yourself, the better you're gonna feel. Guys, I know this sounds stupid, but like for a year straight, I listened to affirmations when I went from that skinny broke kid. I listened to I am rich affirmations. It's called VYBO, I am rich. Nobody's gonna spend.
All right, I kind of feel bad for him because it's just a bunch of false confidence on top of that. That's not even really how he got rich in the first place, which I'll dive into that thing here in a little bit. But it's like, how are you gonna sit there as like grown men having some 20-something in a bro tank talk to you about what it takes to make money, especially when the background story doesn't exactly check out with like what he did specifically, which again, we'll dive into here in a second. This is just his marketing that I'm going over right now. Like other things, let's see here.
Ask me, Vince, why do you wear stringers to nice restaurants? Because it's not a special occasion. It's an everyday thing. I just asked my girl, where do you want to eat? I want to go to Salt Bay. Oh, I want to go to a Korean barbecue. You getting McDonald's is like me going to the nicest restaurant in town because money doesn't exist. A lot of you guys ask.
Money doesn't exist. See, it's like this, what do they call these? Humble brags. But I think at this point, it's just straight up bragging. He's saying controversial stuff that he knows is going to piss people off, and then he just allows it to market. Now, if he wants to have that kind of like reputation and in effect sell his soul to just collect more money by saying stupid crap like this, go for it. But no one who has any sense about them is going to listen to what, Spaghetti Head is going to have to say. Let's see here. Now, if you go over, you'll like click the link in his bio basically. It'll take you to this page, which again gets you started in ClickFunnels. So then you'll put in your email. After that, you'll watch this little video here, which let's see if I can do this.
I'm just lock in. Number 2, preferably I need. What's going on, boys? It's Vincent Fischer here. I will be the presenter of this live webinar today. Now, you guys are going to get so much free knowledge and value as to how I went from a broke high school dropout 3 years ago to building a 7-figure online coaching business, creating the life of my dreams, retiring my mother, driving my dream cars. Guys, everything you can think of. But I need to mention 3 very important things before we get started. First thing, make sure you're in a quiet and comfortable place before we start this webinar, because the knowledge you're gonna receive is life-changing and we need no distractions. Okay, so cut out the next 45 minutes or so of your time and just lock in. Number two, preferably I need you guys to watch this on a PC or a laptop, because it's gonna be a much better experience for you. It's a lot easier to stay focused. So you guys should have gotten an email, right, from vincentfisherfitness@gmail.com that basically gives you the link to join from PC. So open up your PC, turn it on, check your email, and join up there. The third thing, I have a lot of very special bonuses for you guys at the end of the training. So make sure you watch all the way through, because people love these bonuses, guys. But anyways, with that being said, I'll catch you on the other side and let's crush it.
All right. So I don't know about you guys. Maybe it's just, with how long I've seen this stuff around, but it is hilarious how scripted that little 1.5 minute little precursor webinar actually was, because they all say the same thing, right? Hey, make sure there's no distractions, make sure you have the best viewing experience, all this stuff. And it's just because they want you hyper engaged so that you essentially buy what they're about to pitch you, which, again, it's 2025. 10 years ago, I'm sure this would work, but everybody knows it's not actually live. It's pre-recorded. So, it's more cookie cutter coaching. Now, if you go over to Instagram, you'll see him here. He does have some videos, which I fully believe that these are actual legit view counts, because he has a pretty big social media following on Instagram. So getting 10,000 views here and there, 1,000 views isn't a big deal. What I do kind of question, though, is the actual transformation. Could it be natural? Sure. I mean, he has natural muscle insertions here and everything like that. I just think bulking to that extent is a bit kind of unrealistic. I follow more of the Kino body approach. I've done that for about a decade now, and it's worked for me. But it's a little different. So then I did some more digging on Vincent, and I actually found he's a part of some kind of program, membership EDU. And in this video right here, he's actually, so this is his coach, I guess, if that makes sense. Or at least some kind of marketing client thing. But because of this guy, Vincent got 130,000 within 4 weeks for his 6-figure coaching program. So basically, not only is Vincent getting coached, but he might be having stuff ran for him through other services to kind of scale his business, which is a little bit, it just kind of goes to show what I talk about with fake gurus is they'll go from saying that they're self-made and everything like that, but then you find out in the truth of the matter is they actually have people working for them, or they're paying different things to scale. It's not something that happens through necessarily the methods of which they teach, which would be organic social marketing, organic this, organic that, which organic does work when you're somebody authentic like Joe Rogan or Alex Jones or something like that. You have Real or Tucker Carlson, you have true organic reach. People actually resonate with your method. There's no funny business going on. But with stuff like this, where you find that your gym coach or your business coach is actually getting coached or being a client of somebody else to even hire, it makes you raise your eyebrows. The other thing is too was as I was digging around online, I figured out, which actually, before I get into that, I'll just play this video a little bit.
Boniface Gutsy here. So welcome to the student success interviews. So pretty much we have Vince Fischer here. And Vince was one of our clients. He came through membership EDU and he's crushing it. His first 30 days, he came in. I remember, Vince, when we messaged you on social media and we was like, hey, let's get you to 100K a month. Like, did you think you was actually gonna get to 100K a month? You're like, man, I heard this a lot, man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The number one thing that did it for me was the social proof you have. So I started looking at the testimonials, the life. I saw you on a previous YouTube video, and it's funny because
Yeah.
my goal was actually my first $100,000 month. That was the only thing in my mind. So when
Yeah.
your team sent that text, I was like, oh shit, this is the opportunity right here. It just felt right.
Yeah, man. So for
All right, so yeah, right there you can kind of tell Vince is some sort of client or student of this guy's, and this guy helps people scale. So I guess if you're looking to be some kind of a guru and sell some kind of a course or program, maybe go to this guy because he seems to be helping people like Vince scale their business. So maybe check out this guy instead. That said, when you dig even further, there's rumors about Vince having some kind of trust fund. So, I mean, I'll just go ahead and let this TikTok do the talking. So, let's see. I tried to look him up on the BBB, couldn't actually find anything. Now, when I typed in Vince Fischer trust fund, I saw this kind of pop up first on TikTok and everything like that. So let's go ahead and watch this video.
A trust fund. So he goes out, he buys a bunch of cars, buys a bunch of supercars, right? You know, he gets into fitness a little bit, doesn't know anything about fitness, barely knows how to work out, but he's got all these cars. He's posted on social media, people love it. Oh, this guy's rich, right? Now he's starting to work out a little bit, getting a little aesthetic. He drops a fitness program. There's a little training program that's garbage. Now he's posting his cars and stuff, and he's like, fitness coaching, accredits it to fitness coaching. And now that turns into people saying, oh, I'm trying to get like you. Everybody sees the cars, they see the life. They don't know it's from a trust fund. At this point, he's painting the picture that he's made all this income from fucking fitness coaching, from selling these trash programs. And now it turns into, I'm a business coach. I'll help you do this. And now there's all these followers accumulated already because they already think this guy's successful. He's been having this whole persona on social media that isn't actually based on reality. And then again, here comes the strike statements. Here comes the bank statements of the people who are paying for the business coaching.
All right. So I'll go ahead and kind of I'll leave that video as conjecture because again, it looks like that they're talking specifically about Vincent. I mean, you go on TikTok, you'll find all sorts of people kind of talking about something like this, but at the broader scale, guys, I want that message to kind of drive home. That's the reality of a lot of these actual, I'm just going to call them fake gurus. That's the reality. Like, whether it's a trust fund, whether it's money elsewhere from like family, whether it's crazy amounts of loans that they somehow were able to get, or PPP loan scams back during COVID. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of a lot of this space today. It's fake success. They say that they got rich doing one thing, but they truly got rich doing another. And unfortunately, everything that I'm seeing so far from Vincent, that's just kind of the message that it screams to me. Fake confidence, fake money, programs that may or may not work. I certainly don't really endorse that kind of thing. I lean more on the Kino Body approach. But this guy, if what he's saying is true, kind of hit the nail on the head, not only for Vincent, but for the whole entire fake guru industry in general. So if you guys like this video, go ahead, drop a like, share, comment below. I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe because I talk about this stuff all the time. And if you want to check out what I do, like I said, I'll put a link for that down in the description below, and I will see you in the next one.